ちょっと更新しますね。本家とラグが十何秒あるので、F5 でいいんかな。はい。ならない。ちょっと待ってくださいね。どうやって更新するんだ、これ。いったかな。で、これラグ直ったはず。どうだろう、配信映んなきゃちょっと、ラグがどれくらいか把握はできないのですが、多分直ってると思います。VLC ラグ多いみたいなんで、もう一つの切り替え方法に変えます。待って、350p しか、大丈夫か。はい。これでラグはだいたい良くなったはずです。マジカルポップン、次のゲームなんですが、簡単に説明しますと、スーパーファミコンのアクションゲームです。これプレミアついてまして、日本で買うとなると、多分1万2万しますね。箱付き説明書ありだと、本当5、6万しちゃうぐらいのソフトなので、なかなかレアなんですけど、海外で人気あって、どうだ、海外に流出したから日本高いんですかね。とにかくプレミアゲーです。そうですね、EGY が声優をやっていて、というゲームです。これ本当なかなか手に入らないんで、売ってるところでも見かけたら、ぜひ確保してほしいですね。本当高いです。
We have an anonymous $150 donation. First time donator, but I've been watching for the past couple of years. With work starting the new year with tons to do, it's nice to have this going on in the background to make me relax a bit. GLHF. We have $30 from Bad Scribbler. Let's see this reverse boss order. Agreed.
マジカルポップン結構ヤフオクで出てるんですけど、結構偽物っぽそうなのもいっぱいヤフオクに流れてて、買って大丈夫なんかなっていうのがありますが、中古見てもやっぱり2万円ぐらいしてますね。去年の10月ですけど、やっぱり箱あり、説明書あり、アンケートはがきもついてると、完品状態は11万円で落札されてますね。なかなかレアなんですけど、僕は配信でしか見たことありませんが、なかなかアクションゲームとして良さそうな感じで、
Yes,
結
you
構優
do.
れて
Let's
進
get
ん
those
でいく
donations in.
3D ア
We're
クション
getting
ですね。
ever closer. Come on, we
横
gotta
ス
get
クロールアクションだった
20,000.
はずです。結構本当海外では、海外の方が
I'm
人気ある
sure
ぐら
if
い
we
な
polled
ん
the
ですけど、
people in the audience right
マジカル
here
ポップンか。
in this room right now, you
あれ
guys
って
want to see
日本
Donkey
で
Kong Reverse
プレイ
Boss
してる
Order,
人い
don't
るんだ
you?
ろうか。
You can be louder than that. Try again. Come on. You want to see Donkey Kong reverse boss order, yes? So you don't
RTA
want to
で検索
disappoint
し
all
て
these
も、
people.
僕らが作った、AGDQ2018 の日本語スケジュールが出てくるぐらい日本で走られてませんね。マイクの音分かりました。もうこれも僕がマイク近づけます。これで大丈夫だと思います。ピンマイクを使ってるので、ピンマイク、要は声が出ていく方向にマイクついてないんで、それで声がちっちゃいんですね。ちょっと大変ですが、ピンマイクを手で持ちながら残り30分話そうと思います。で、ゲーム画面映りましたね。こんな感じの左のなんか魔法少女っぽい格好をした子が主人公で、声優が飯島愛です。
Anyway, most of what you need to know about Magical Poppin' we can explain as we go.
セントさん結構マジカルポップンでいろんな RTA イベントに出てますね。始まりました。
Alright everyone, so this is Magical Poppin'. It is a run and jump platformer released for the Super Famicom near the end of the console's life cycle. The story of the game is pretty simple. You are an unnamed princess, some penguins stole your magical gem or something. Go kill some penguins. That's about it.
Okay, so this game has a lot of movement.
飯島愛が分かるの30歳以上。確かにな。多分視聴者の方には分からない方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、芸能人で方ですね、もう亡くなっちゃいましたが。
The main movement mechanic is jumping and sliding. Sliding is about 7% faster. Every level has a mid-boss and a boss. Some levels have two mid-bosses.
まあ本当スーパーファミコンでも1、2を争うプレミアゲーなので、なかなか手に入りづらいところが欠点なのですが、僕も動画でしか見たことありませんが、結構ゲームの作りはかなり出来がいい方なので、ぜひ売っていたら、バーチャルコンソールでも出ればいいんですけど、結構メーカーもそんな有名なメーカーではなくて、なかなか難しいのかなと。
This game might be a little unfinished, just a little. I believe the studio that actually developed it went bankrupt like a week after releasing it, which unfortunately makes the cartridges very, very hard to find and kind of prohibitively expensive.
So the first 5 levels all have extra power-ups that you have to get. The power-ups will go in the top of the screen, and you can see the cost in stars at the top of the screen. So right now he's got the little bomb that takes 4 stars to throw.
出して潰れちゃったのか。だから出回ってないのかな。こんなできいいソフトを作る会社だから。
Every special also
潰れるのもったいないですね。
a super special you can use by hitting the select button, which costs, let's say, 8 to 12 stars depending on which special you're using.
スーパーファミコンって結構声優の声入れるには容量とか厳しくて音も圧縮しなきゃいけないの。その辺が、まあ、声が棒読みに聞こえる原因かもしれません。
Alright, so the first few bosses in the game will all take a full skull of damage from super specials.
マジカルボンバーって言って
You
ま
want
す
to
ね。
kill every boss at the bottom of the screen if possible. So when Cent plinked the ground there with his sword, he was
ス
actually
ーパーファミコンも後期になると、これも95年のソフトですけど、スーパーファミコン出始めの頃は声優を入れるって結構考えられなかったんですよ。この辺になると、スーパーファミコンでも声優入れてくるゲームが増えてきてますね。
And you'll see throughout the run that most of the bosses are killed at the bottom of the screen when possible. This level actually has a really huge skip in it. There's a mid-boss in this that's kind of like a plant thing that we're not going to see at all.
Oops. Well, this is awkward. I messed up the manipulation for that enemy that lets me damage boost up here,
なん
so
か
I have
難
to
しいことがし
get
て
a
そうな。
pixel perfect frame
お
perfect jump.
ギリギリ届くんですね。
So that jump is a sword stab into the ground followed by a jump. So you plink off the ground and then you jump at the same time and get a little higher than normal. The jump itself is on a 3-frame timer. So that jump is so perfect that you can only get it once every 3 times essentially, because you have to align with the frame counter properly. This power-ups the grapple,
結構アク
which
ションも
lets you
さっきも
grab
ワイヤーア
onto
クションみたいなのがあっ
those
て
circular hooks.
かなり凝ってますね。
Yeah, the grapple in this game is honestly really weird if you've ever played any other game with a grapple. It just feels,
ただマジカル
it
ポッ
feels
プンって
so
本当
strange.
海外で
So
人気あっ
delayed,
て
I think I would say.
Yeah, it's hard to control, and it's
この GDQ 日本
there's
人っ
certain
て参加して
grapples
る
in
んで
the
すけ
game
ど
that are on a
こ
3-frame
の日本
window.
人参加の
Most
た
of
め
them
の
are 6,
渡航費を
but
稼
a
ぐ
few of them you
チ
have
ャリ
to
ティーイベントってのもまたあるんです
get
が
the 3-frame grapple.
そのチャリティーイベントの1回目か2回目にこのマジカルポップンで参加されてた方がセントさんですね。
Besides being cute, I believe
ただ
that
スー
does
パーファミコン
actually
で、
save just
ま
a
あ、
little bit
95
of
年って
time.
言っても
Because
これなかなか
if
出
you're
せない
not in a
レベル
sword
のク
swing
オリティの
animation
ゲーム
and
見
you
ま
fall
す
too far,
ね。
you do that little bonk.
That he just did right there.
Yeah, and you can't actually transition screens during parts of that bonk because you're off the
ドッ
ground
ト絵
too
とかもめ
far.
っちゃ綺麗ですよね、これ。まずアクションが爽快で、
We have an
なかな
anonymous
か
$100
いいですね。
donation that says, "Let Sent put this towards whatever he wants."
You know, let's get that Donkey Kong Country reverse boss order going because you guys really need to see how insane that is. So this is the boss of stage 2. We call him Pina Colodout, even though he is clearly a durian. Again, we are not a creative community. Please make fun of our names.
I think Sen invented these all himself, actually.
I won't deny this.
僕はこれ声好きですけどね。
Oh
棒
man.
読みっぽくは聞こえますけど、なんか耳に残る声と
So
いきます
that's a
か。
little bit of an older strat for that boss, but I just really wanted to do it so I could show off the backwards laser. If you slash before using a super move, you can buffer an opposite directional input and turn around while you do it, which serves absolutely no purpose. It just looks cool.
Alright, good thing we made that platform cycle or we would have been sitting here a little while.
時代的には本当これ、プレイステーションとかセガサターンが出始めた頃、いや、95年出たっけ出たばっかり頃か。
They left no comment,
まあ、
but
スーパーファミ
we
コン
are
後期
very,
です
very
ね。
thankful for your generosity.
スーパーファミコン後期はかなり良質なゲームが出た時期だったんですが、やはり世代交代の
I'll
波があ
go
っ
into a
て、
few things. Yeah.
結構両ゲーが埋もれていったゲームなんです
So
よ
right
ね。
now, Sen's using the grapple because it costs 0 stars and it gives him a ranged attack. He wants to conserve stars right now. He's also trying to get this boss so he will die on the bottom of the screen. So a
日
lot
本
of the
人奏者の予
manipulation
定
in
で
this
すが
fight is to cause that.
ヨッシーアイランドとロックマンシリーズリレーなのですが、
This is also, yeah, that's a
まず
glitchy
ヨッ
spot
シー
for
アイラ
no
ンドが
reason. There's very
1
few
月
spots like that in
11
the
日、
game. That might be the only one.
木曜日ですね。
Boss, you
木曜
can
日の朝
actually,
8時頃、
crash the game
で
if you
ロック
play
マン
it
シ
right,
リーズが
and it's possible there's like a wrong
これは
one
土
at the
曜
end
日
of the game there if you
1月
line up
13
the code
日
right or something.
We have
こ
successfully
れも朝
wrong
8時
world,
頃
but
となって
only
おり
back
ま
to the
す。
title screen, so not the most useful thing.
そうですね、今スケジュール貼ってくださいましたが、
I'm actually going to skip a death abuse we'd normally do in the run because it only saves about 6 seconds.
両方とも日本で朝なんですけど、日本の朝って要はアメリカのゴールデンタイムなんで、両方ともすごくいい位置に 入れてくださってますね。
So this boss, you
ありが
have
た
to
い。
kill all four corners of him, so Sent used the super special. And then
ちょっと待って、バフあったぞ。
again, he's gonna kill him low. There is a like 1 frame cycle in that boss where if you kill him while he's dropping a
つながっ
teardrop,
たみ
it
たいなの
will
で
soft lock the game
大
and
丈
you
夫で
will be
す。
stuck in this room.
Yeah, it's like the frame, the tear
僕
falls
も
out
一
of
応
his
画面
eye.
これ
It's
配
considered
信
an
PC の
active
画面見なが
projectile,
ら
but it's also like
解説
still
ではない
on
で
his
すけど
sprite. So when it falls off
話
screen
して
with
い
the
ますの
boss, the
で
game has no
画面
idea
と
what
ズ
to
レ
do
は
and it just soft locks.
出ないようにはしてます。
It's happened in a couple of blind races. I think the only soft lock in the game, as far as I know.
確かに
So this
GDQ
is the
は
freeze
本当
power up. It's
1
used
週
in
間
like 2
24
or
時
3
間ずっ
spots
とやって
total.
くれるっていうのは
It's
嬉
not
し
a
いです
good
け
move,
ど、
but it's
まあ、
necessary.
僕ら仕事ありますからね。僕も明
It's,
日から
I mean, it's
仕
pretty
事
much
なので
shotgun ice from
夜しか
Mega
見れ
Man
ませ
X,
んが、
but infinitely less
ただ
useful.
僕らこの日本語リストリームも1週間連続やりますが、ちゃんとアーカイブスを残して録画で見れるようにし
So
ている
again,
の
in a
で、
run, you would have
まあ、空いた時間に録
a
画を
full
見てい
heart
ただけ
here,
れ
and
ば
you
と
just
思い
jump
ま
into
す。
the fire, which does a full heart of damage, and you would respawn basically on the other side of the pit. But as you can see, that really doesn't save a ton of time.
この
And,
ところマジカルポップンは
extra lives
ゲー
are
ム画面
actually
も可
pretty
愛い
much
んですけ
impossible
ど、
to get in this game.
パ
You
ッケ
don't
ージ
pick up
も
extra lives.
結構
You
可愛ら
pick
しい
up
感
a
じで、
third of an extra life,
あれ
and the animation for doing so is about 20 seconds long.
あ、大丈夫か。何かが落ちた音がしましたが、大丈夫でした。
That spot's just mean.
スーパーファミコンの
The
箱が
platform
ね、
drags you
か
across
な
and
り
the
可
guy
愛ら
just
しい
shoots you
感
off
じで、
and you bounce back and
子供は
forth.
店頭に持っていきにくそうな、そう
Yeah, a
な
lot of people
当時でいう
who
萌
are
え
like
系
blind or
風
for the
な
first time get hit
パ
by
ッケージし
that.
てますね。
And there's
検索したら出て
there's
くると
really
思い
not a
ま
lot you
す。
can do about it.
そうですね、今見始めた方がいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、1週間全く途切れま
We
せん。
have $200
休憩時間なしです
from
ね
J0 simply says, "Hey, Sent, do the
一応スケ
thing."
ジュールでセットアップタイムって言って、
I
その
always do, Jay.
時間
I
調
always
整枠
do.
あるんですが、時間余ったらその時間も RTA をやります。これまあ日本の配信は
So we're
1000
getting
何
into
人し
the
か、
statue
まあ、1000
head
何人って
boss,
めっちゃ多い
which
んで
is
す
a
けど、
very like
ついてません
intricately
が、
coded
アメリカの
boss.
本気配信、今8万9万つい
Boring
て
the
ますか
fight
ら、
is, I guess.
それくらいでかいイベント
So
なん
he's
で
got
すね。
4 heads and each of them have 2 health. And he only likes to
奏
stop
者のセン
in
トさんも、
certain
まあ、慣れてる
corners
かもしれ
and
ま
like
せん
on the
が、
top and things like
やっぱ
that.
この場は
He
緊張す
also
るんで
only
ね、
stops after
な
he's
かなか緊
bounced
張した
off
面
a
持ち
certain
で
number of
プレイしてるん
walls
じゃないかと思いま
sometimes.
す。
So this setup is swinging the camera back and forth in order to manipulate the boss to stop each time. And there's a specific part of logic in the boss's code. Okay, we got
He
it.
went the wrong way
変わ
there,
ったっ
but
てような気がする。
yeah, that worked out.
So this is like one of the few bosses you cannot kill at the bottom of the screen.
ちょっと本家止まってる？ちょっと待って。止まってねえな。
Excuse me.
ちょっと調節します。
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Finishing that thought. Basically,
OBS が固まったか？
the boss will stop at the bottom of the screen for any attack except on his last health. So the game is like hard coded to make you watch him fall to the bottom of the screen. It's not very nice.
It's really unfortunate
Well,
because
there's a
if we could
knockup
kill him
today.
at the bottom of the screen, I think that would actually save something like 15 seconds. It's a ridiculous amount of time wasted.
ちょっとお待ちください。こちらが見てる遠隔操作の画面が固まりました。今復帰します。
We have $27.32 from Milnium. Hey, Sent and NG. Milnium here, Poppin' owns.
Papa Owns, yeah.
つながりました。
Shout outs to Mill, another good runner of this game.
Yeah, definitely. Good friend, good runner. Sorry you couldn't be here, dude.
すいません、ちょっとこちらの
Alright,
主張で
well,
配
that's
信は問
not
題
the
なかった
attack I
ようで
wanted him
す。
to use. That's it.
Yeah, so this is just a refight of the stage 1
マジカルボンバーで
boss.
倒してい
Except
きま
this
す
time
ね。
there's water scrolling you across the screen.
Yeah, you do want to manipulate him a little differently, just because of how the stage is set up. But
ど
other
うなん
than
だろ
that,
う、
he
日
still
本語
takes
だから
a full
僕ら
skull
日本語
damage,
わか
so
る
you
から
just kinda
棒読みってわかるんですけど、英語圏の人
Alright,
に
so
は
I gotta get
ど
a
う聞
little
こえてる
ahead
んで
of
しょ
this
うか
next
ね。
part here.
結
So
構可愛らしい
normally
声
in
だか
this
ら、
level there's a
それ
fire
で人気がある
power
の
up,
かもしれない。
and we're actually gonna skip the fire power up. So another runner, Cool Kid. Well, I guess he blind raced with us a long time ago.
ちなみにマジカルポップンこれ日本のゲームなんで、アメリカのイベントですけど、日本のロムを持ち込んでプレイしてます。どうだろう、もしかして英語版出たのかな。ちょっと検索しよう。マジカルポップンウィキペディア。あ、出てませんね。日本語だけ。ただ英語のウィキペディアがちゃんとある。日本語より詳しい。
Falling too far also resets the camera.
There we go.
Yeah. Third try is honestly not bad. Again, I think you get like 9 attempts or something ridiculous before it actually starts losing time over just doing the intended strat. Now, unfortunately, I did have to use an extra special.
複数人同じタイトルというか、そういう場合は複数人がこぞって同じゲームで狙って応募してる感じですね。今1画面ですけど、2画面同時でレースをしてる場合もあります。マジカルポップのレースはちょっとできないだろうな。そんなにロムがあるとは思えない。
That's actually the only use of the fire power-up in the entire game. Not that it matters, because when you get a power-up, the game just sets a flag that gives you all previous power-ups.
ただまあ2人以上申し込んでても確かに片方落ちてるってことはありますね。
Damage I really didn't want to take. Okay, that's... Well, that's unfortunate. Where does that actually put me? Oh. Yeah, that's
ただレースの時は本
that's a
当
really bad death, honestly.
世界中からプロが集まってワールドレコードから1、2、3位、4位が集まるとかもたまにあるんで、そういう時は面白いですよ。
But I just won't take damage though. Yeah. No, not actually a problem.
やっぱり GDQ も国際的になってるんで、まあ、アメリカのイベントでやっぱりアメリカの方、あと近いからカナダの方が多いんですけど、いろんな国の方来てるんで。
So yeah, what the game wants you to do here is hit that switch and then climb up these.
あちら Any% の説明は、まあ、簡単に言うと、何やってもいいから早くクリアしろ。アイテムを回収とか頑張ってしなくていいし、クリアまでが早ければいいというカテゴリーです。まあ、さっきのツインビーが分かりやすいですけど、クリア後に 1% って表示が出たじゃないですか。あれパーセント何でもいいから早くクリアしろってのが Any% ですね。まあ、パーセントが出ないゲームって結構多いんですが、まあ、そういう場合もとりあえず何やってもいいから早くクリアしろってのは Any% です。ただあまりにゲームをぶっ壊すと、例えばエンディングを呼び出すとか、そういう場合は別にゲームエンドグリッチだとかカテゴリーが分けられることもあります。
So here we're just incrementing that counter again by taking damage to manipulate him to always show up on the right.
エニーはね、メトロイドプライムかな。GDQ ってイベントがアメリカのスピードデモズアーカイブスっていうタイムアタックのまとめサイトでから発生したイベントなんですよ。スピードデモズアーカイブスが最初に、最初ら辺にやったゲームがメトロイドプライムなんで、多分メトロイドプライムからじゃないかなと思いますけど、さすがにそれは十何年前にタイムアタックをやった人しか知らないんで、かなり昔から知ってる英語の人に聞かないとわかんないですね。
And I'm just shooting these bazooka penguins real quick because if you don't, they will lag the game really, really hard.
そんな結構小さいところ始まったのがこんなでっかいイベントになってるんで、 素晴らしい
This
ことだと
level's
思います
actually
ね。
quite non-linear. It's not clear where you have to go, and there's actually some like difficult rooms that are just total dead ends.
クエイク
Yeah, there's a lot of paths
Definitely.
that the game
Create
tries to
that
trick you into
done.
taking, and realistically, you don't want to take any of it.
FPS の方か。
Um,
ただ
here's the
SDA に
other
動
place
画
we
を
do a
送る
depth
と
based on a run.
メトロイド
This
プライム
one
のサイ
saves
トを送ってくれって言われるんです
significantly
よ
more time, and in all honesty, it's
多分
pretty
合体
hard
してると思いますね
to actually get out of that room unscathed. So I am gonna take this one. And you also do get stars back when you die, so it's perfectly
クエイ
fine
クから
to
始まっ
spend stars
て
here on our new ability, the
ゲームを
ball.
早くクリアすることを語り出した最初がメトロイドプライムだったはず
It's really fast.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best parts about
どう
this
かな
game.
その辺ちょっと僕曖昧なん
Go
で
fast.
プロに聞きたい
Roll on
感じなんで
things.
すが
Oh. Didn't push it quite far enough.
So you need the roll power up there to get up that wall to fight this boss. You can actually get in this room without the roll power up, but you can't.
まあい
get
ろい
the
ろカテゴ
boss.
リーの話をしましたがマジカルポップは特にそんなカテゴリーが細分
Yeah,
化
oh,
されてない
sorry,
ら
that
し
is
く
actually a soft lock.
まあ今回も普通の any% で
super poke
参加されてます
earlier
ね
to get in this room without the roll. There is no way to get to this boss. All you could do is die, and game over.
I thought you could leave.
No, the door locks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. You just have to game over and restart the stage.
We have $10 from Blasphemous Roar. Hey,
マ
Sim,
ジカル
was
ポッ
sad
プンも
that
こ
the
れ
magical poppin'
クリア予定
blind
タイム
on
が
Mystery
32分なんで
Funhouse was a no-go
もう
during
半
my
分
internet
超えた
time,
ところです
so I
ね
couldn't wait for this run to make up for it. Remember, a mystery ghost loves you. Money goes to that insane reverse boss order because how even?
It is a mystery. So Sen's just gonna make this guy jump in the corner.
Yeah, this is not the smartest boss.
Some of these bosses are not very strong. Most of them can't hit you after you've hit them, so like their entire like attack mechanism just becomes intangible and can't hit you. So if you just sit in their face and like swing your sword, they will die pretty
ま
easily.
あ RTA のカテゴリーは
But if they get
ま
away
あ
from
好き
you,
に
they can cause
増や
some
しても別にいい
problems.
もんですからねたまにルールで荒れることもありますがまあ各々が好きにやってルール自分で作って参加人数1人でもまあ僕はいいんじゃないかなと思ってますが
We have an anonymous $50 donation. I'm loving the magical
オ
poppin'
フィスを
run.
領事している
My favorite runs are these more obscure retro titles since it lets me know about all the games I missed playing as a child. Good luck on the
こ
run.
こまで所
Good
領
luck
シーン
on
全
the
くなかった
marathon.
のに、まあ、さっきのとこはい
Yeah,
ろい
this
ろ
is,
動いてるから
this is
重いんだろ
definitely
う
a
な
game I'm not sure many people got to play during their childhood, and that's a shame because, in all honesty, it's really well made and a lot of fun. You should definitely try it out if you ever get the chance. Aside from select being an important button, it controls really well. X is not bound to anything, by the way, just for reference.
So this boss, you have to hit the head to open up his stomach.
敵
and
キャ
then
ラも
his
これいちい
stomach.
ち可愛いですね
So Sen's using the laser to kind of do both of those at once.
And then at the end there, you want to let him take a step and hit him with hit him after he takes the step because that'll manipulate him to go into the dive attack again. And
まあプレイしたことないのでわかんないですけど多分上画面に載ってる
Yeah, when his head's
回線
up,
を
you would have to
数
wait for
字
his
で
entire
載ってる
head
や
to
つ
get
が
off the screen. Whereas
魔
if he
法の
leans
使える
his
回
head
線なの
down,
かな
he dies faster.
Oops.
Alright, this level is very hard. You can think this is like a giant maze, and you can think of it as like top, middle, and bottom paths for most of it, and you can kind of switch between them as you go through the level. So Sen's going through the bottom path right now because it's much faster.
Yeah, it's I really wanted the bat damage boost there. So the bats only deal a half heart of damage to you, whereas those spikes deal a full heart, kind of like we were mentioning earlier with the things you want to avoid. Generally do more damage to you, so I had to play the second half of that a little safe. We're going to manipulate health drop in this room,
全
and
体
I
的
feel
にこ
really
のゲーム
stupid
結構
because
難し
that's
そ
all
う
you
で
have
す
to
よ
do to get
ね
it.
敵多いし
We've been doing so many silly things instead of just doing that. Just jump and slash right as you get in the room.
星の数か
If you
あ
fall
本当だ
down and
右上
hit
の
that
星
room, you transition onto the bottom track. I think we're in the
が
middle
使った
track
ら減っ
right
てい
now.
た
And the bottom
な
track
る
for
ほ
the
ど
second section is very difficult.
Oof.
本当確かにベリーディフィカ
Getting
ルト
hit
って
by
言って
that
ましたね
laser with only one health is going to make things very scary because now I cannot roll through this section safely. Normally we would just take a damage boost here and roll through all three of those enemies.
Yeah, we want to get back up to 1.5 hearts so we can play a little more risky again.
Yeah, I'd hopefully like to finish it.
HP が危ない
Um,
あらケーキを食べ
It
て
is
ワンターンにな
completely
りました
possible to skip that, but again, marathon safety. We're just gonna go ahead and grab it.
So it's pretty generous about putting a lot of cakes where you need them to get your health back.
It is, you know, all in all, it's a pretty nice game. I would not call it particularly hard. This boss is definitely a little weird if you're not used to it. You can't hurt this
ただ
boss
こ
at
のボスは
all
な結
until
構
it
パター
decides
ン
to
っ
attack
ぽ
you.
そうです
So
ね
if you're playing the game for the first time,
なんか
a lot
ワ
of
イヤーを
people
打って
chasing around the room forever. Even if
後
you
ろ
do
を下
manage
がると
to get an attack
敵
in
が毎
2
回同
minutes
じ
like
行動をしてる
hitbox, he'll put up a shield and it'll show like, hey, he's not taking damage. You just have to wait for him to move back and throw a fireball before you're allowed to hit him. Something interesting though is
完全にハメ
we're
だ
hitting with the grapple for two reasons. One, because obviously it gives us a little more range. We can hit him from farther away and run away. Because if you get too close, he'll, you know, dash away from you. But also, it actually makes him vulnerable faster again. If you hit him with your sword, he'll do an extra cycle in the air before you can hit him.
予定タイム的にはそろそろな気がしますが、まあ、このステージなんか難易度すごい高いし最後っぽい雰囲気はありますよね
Play this room a little safe. It can be a little dangerous if you get off cycle on some of these.
Yeah, I think everything you just walk past deals a full heart.
Yeah, all of those deal a full heart of damage. So now here's where the game is honestly a little bit mean. This guy looks a lot like the previous boss, and he'll actually act like the previous boss if you let him. If you wait long enough, he'll move back and throw a fireball, and you can hit him like normal. But if you just run at him, he'll become vulnerable immediately. So, a lot of times you'll see people playing this game for the first
この
time
ボ
and
スを
just
はめてます
have no
ね
idea what to do to this guy.
パターンが決まってんのかな
But in the speedrun, obviously, pretty simple. Walk at him, hit him in the back, rinse and repeat.
Yeah. One other thing we didn't mention yet, there's actually 2 other optional bosses in this level. So if you go the wrong way through the level, you'll
だって
fight
スラ
more
イディングもあるし
bosses. And they're
転
totally
がりもある
unique.
し本当移動がスピーディーです
One's
ね
actually a repeat, but one is completely unique.
The hidden Dracula boss.
Yeah, Dracula is in this game, believe it
ド
or
ラキュア
not.
って言ってね
And I missed the very precise roll there. If you get it at just the right spot, you can crawl up that wall and get up there a cycle faster. Unfortunately, didn't hit the cycle.
しかしさっきも車両地が結構ありましたけどあれ大変そうだな
Towards the end
TA
of
す
the
る
level
とき
here.
Yeah, not too much left in the level, and by proxy in the game.
結
This
構
is
ロックマンとかでよ
the
く
final level.
耳にするのが所領地を防ぐために敵をわざと倒すっていうことをやることはよく聞きますね
We do have a couple of scary
ドラ
screens
キュラ言って
coming
ました
up
ね
before we can get there.
まあ雰囲気完全
First
ドラ
off,
キュ
we
ラ
have
ですから
to refight this boss. And once again, he doesn't know what to do. Oh, whoops. I forgot this.
このボスはパターンがないのかな
This boss, for whatever reason, you don't
苦戦してる
actually
ようです
have
け
to
ど
manipulate twice. He's just ready to dive at you immediately. The green one you do have to manipulate, or he won't dive at you. It's very strange.
ここ最後でボスラッシュ的なステージなんでしょうね
And you just want to wait a second before you do your first roll in that room, or you'll get stuck under one of the platforms, and that can be very bad. And we're on to the final boss already.
ファイナルボスって言ってま
Phase
し
1
た。
final.
Phase 1.
おお、ボ
So I
スっ
gotta
ぽ
give
い
Engi
風格がある。
here. Engi, was this you or Vlak who figured out how easy it is to manipulate him?
You have to do that and the podiums.
Yeah.
You can manipulate and get those fireballs every time.
He's got 2 attacks. He can do this ice slash thing, and he can do a fireball, kind of reminiscent of Dracula. And you can just keep doing this, and he'll do his bad ice pattern, the one that's not really threatening, and the fireball, which is completely non-threatening, and it's not even a boss fight. And now we move on to his second form and the final boss of the game.
終わった雰囲気だけど、まだあるの
And
かな。
here's where the stream just dies horribly because this
お
background
完全に
is
ラストボスの最終形態っぽい画面になりました
Alright, so Sen's gonna do a bunch of
これ右下アンチなんかな
things to keep track of when the boss is gonna open again. So he's doing things like ducking on the ground and hiding in his hat, jumping a bunch of times. So those all take set amount of times, and if you count out how many you do, you can know when the boss is gonna open back up. It's not really
会社的に
manipulation,
コナ
it's
ミ
more
全
so
く
just
関わって
keeping
ないん
track
で
of time.
結構聞いたことがないような会社パックインビデオっていう
that was close. There are a few
会
things
社
to
で
hit him, but
も
we
う
use
潰
bombs
れちゃ
because
っ
they
て
have
ます
the
ね
most active frames.
And a lot of the reason for this is because you can get 2 hits in on certain cycles. If you miss time it, you'll only get 1.
元マーフェラスなんだウィキペディアにいろいろ載ってるんで
Last skull goes away, that's gonna
気
be
になる方
time,
は
so 3
見
more
ていた
hits
だけた
here.
後あと一つですねいけるか
And time.
おおタイムグッドゲーム
Real quick, just to kind of explain the final boss, I have a really hard time talking during that fight. Basically, the way it works is he switches between orange and purple mode. In purple mode, he fires lasers and shoots curtains of lightning down at you, which both lag the game pretty substantially. In orange mode, he shoots fireballs that home in on you and can actually home in on you from off screen. So we really don't want that to happen because that will mess up all of your timing. However, he only actually does those attacks if you're directly under him. So by hitting him with the bomb for the first hit with the timing, and then by hitting him with the grapple so we can stay out of his reach, he basically never gets to attack after the first hit. So yeah, that was Magical Poppin'. Thank you guys for having me, Kirk, Engi, thank you so much for being on my couch. And yeah, guys, I don't know how close we are for Donkey Kong, but get those donations in because you're not going to believe how ridiculously broken that game is. You know what? I'll take it for a marathon. Not the worst thing ever.
エンジンの途中で終わってしまった時間的には僕はこれで配信担当終了ですがどうだろう中さんいるかな OK そうだったら
We have an anonymous $30 donation, and I'm going to read it in the enthusiasm in which it was written. I usually donate later in the week, but oh my god, that reverse boss order run needs to happen!
あ、OK そうなので、では入れ替わると思います。皆さんありがとうございました。
Payzik gives us $50 donation. Today's looking to be a great day of runs, and I think we can make it just a bit better by getting that reverse boss order run in.
30分ぶりですが
donates $50 and says reverse
約30数分ぶりですがどうも
I'll believe it when I see it. Thanks for another great event. The layout is so awesome. Let's take another step in annihilating cancer. BR Beeps donates $30.
リストリームさん
I
で
wasn't
す
planning to donate so soon, but I need to see this DK run. It's been a great event so far, and we aren't even a day in. Keep up the fantastic work. Shout out to all the Australians watching.